We begin tonight in a community grieving a national hero. Army Private Isabella Gonzalez was killed in an airstrike as part of the war with Iran. She was only 19 years old and was deployed to Jordan.
Yeah, tonight we're getting a much better idea of who she was. Brittany Costello shows us how everyone is honoring Private Gonzalez's sacrifice and service.
Private Isabella Gonzalez of Carrollton is one of 2 U.S. service members killed in action over the weekend. The U.S. Defense Department says it was the result of an Iranian missile and drone strike at an airbase in Jordan.
We feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Tributes are pouring in. The city of Carrollton says Gonzalez will be remembered as a national hero. Governor Greg Abbott wrote on Facebook saying her courage and sacrifice represent the very best of Texas. Her closest friends will remember her a little differently.
Isabella Gonzalez.
Wearing an Army stole at her graduation from Hebron High School in 2025, they say she had big dreams for her future. They say she had a way of making people laugh. She was loyal, charismatic, loving, and authentic. In a statement from Louisville ISD, a spokesperson says after graduating, Gonzalez answered the call to serve in the United States Army. She gave her life for that sacrifice. The district is heartbroken by her loss. The district says it will honor the life and example she set in a statement saying her memory will always have a home here. In Carrollton, I'm Brittany Costello.
Tonight, cleanup is underway after the deadly floods in the Texas Hill Country. 2 people died after nearly 30 inches of rain fell last week in Uvalde County. At least 20 inches were reported near Ingram in Kerr County. Governor Abbott says the flooding is worse than the deadly floods last year. He toured the impacted areas in a helicopter today. He says nearly 500 homes and 100 businesses were destroyed. The governor is committed to providing the resources needed for communities to clean up and rebuild.
The early warning systems have helped. We all acknowledged that there's more to get done. We will continue to evaluate not just the 3 counties we've talked about here today, but all counties across the state of Texas.
Texas On Mission pulled in volunteers across the state to help those impacted. They are replacing flooring, furniture, and even set up temporary places to stay with showers and laundry.
Now to a live look from our Trend Tower camera in Rockwall. We're under a heat advisory right now, and it's only getting hotter from here. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Pete Delkus. What did we hit today?
Well, we hit 100 degrees. After a chilly weekend, 95 on Saturday, 98 yesterday, 100 today. And then we have the heat advisory that goes through 8 p.m. tomorrow. And candidly, this may be extended for the remainder of the week because it just isn't going to cool down anytime soon. It's 99 at Cedar Hill, a heat index of 101. Dallas is 101. These are the air temperatures, not the heat index values. 101 in Dallas, 100 in Denton, also in Decatur, and then we have a 100 in Meridian. Everyone else is below that in the 90s, except when you factor in the humidity, everyone's in the triple digits. It feels like 106 in Dallas and 105 in Denton. It feels like 102 in Fort Worth. Other than a cloud or two, we have mostly clear skies, and my forecast tonight has just that in it, mostly clear. 90 degrees. That'll be the temperature at midnight tonight, and we start tomorrow warm and muggy at 80 degrees. And as Chris mentioned, temperatures only go up from the 100-degree high we had today. My 14-day forecast coming up.
Right now, police are investigating a deadly crash in McKinney. It's right where Custer intersects with Bedford Road. A couple inside a Hyundai and a man driving a BMW slammed into each other. The man in the BMW was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but the other 2 victims did not survive. Luke Clary spoke with neighbors who say the stretch of road where it happened is known to be dangerous. He'll have more coming up at 6:30.
New tonight, Arlington police have just made a major break in a cold case that has been unsolved for more than a decade now. Scoop Jefferson shares the new evidence and shows us what happens now.
In this January 19, 2012 security video, police connect the person caught on camera to 42-year-old Myra Velasquez. After knocking on the door around 10:30 p.m., the suspect walked in. And this is where officers found 32-year-old Iracema Chavez on the floor, stabbed about 100 times. It happened at this South Collins Street complex, then called the Aspenwood Apartments, a gated community now with a new name. Now, FBI Dallas and Arlington PD are announcing their break in the case. The APD Homicide Unit credits their investigative genetic genealogy program, arresting Velasquez July 17th on one count of capital murder by terror threat. WFAA tried to reach her family at her last known address in Arlington, where neighbors say they have not seen her family in the past week. Velasquez identifies herself on Facebook as a realtor with a local real estate company. WFAA spoke to some of her colleagues who didn't want to comment but shocked about her arrest. On Wednesday, here at APD headquarters, Chief Al Jones and the FBI special agent in charge plan to highlight how the cold case got solved using the genealogy program. In Arlington, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
I want to give you a live look at what's happening right now in Denton. This is I-35 near Highway 288. You can see the overpass bridge is still down to one lane, and here's why.
Hold on. Stop.
That trailer slammed into the overpass Saturday just before noon, and police had to divert traffic so that structural engineers could assess the damage. Unfortunately, everyone's okay, and TxDOT just told us they were already planning to replace that bridge as part of an ongoing construction project. The evening rush is well underway tonight. Stacia Wilson's here to show us what's happening on the roads.
Yeah, just taking a look right now. Nothing quite exciting like that, but we do have some traffic as a result of a stalled truck. So we're starting right along US 88 Galloway in the Mesquite area, and traffic slow moving, active construction area here. And so it doesn't take much to cause a backup. One lane blocked out of two lanes. And again, that building traffic there as you're heading westbound toward Mesquite along US 80. We're also seeing slower traffic. Now, this is just typical rush hour traffic, but it's very heavy today. Right along Loop 12 southbound, right there at Texas 183 in the Irving area. Everything else is looking pretty good. But we're going to let you know about anything else that could potentially get in your way throughout the hour. Guys?
Thank you, Stacia. The race for the U.S. Senate seat in Texas is heating up. Both candidates are picking up steam on the campaign trail. State Representative James Tallarico is holding a town hall in less than an hour. It'll be at the Disciple Central Community Church in DeSoto. Attorney General Ken Paxton held his own campaign event in McAllen last week to address border security. He's expected in D.C. for a major campaign fundraiser on Wednesday.
Now to Collin County, where Stonebriar Center is getting a bit of a shakeup. There's some big changes underway. Banana Republic and Pottery Barn are out, and Dick's House of Sport is moving into the old Sears building. Several new stores have opened in the past few weeks, including an LA clothing brand called Addicted and Asian beauty store Sakoshi, along with Aeropostale and Alo Yoga. Keep an eye out. Stonebriar will welcome Princess Polly, the Gem Studio, and Abercrombie & Fitch later this year.